When you start to enjoy healthy food, you don't always miss all the other stuff. Hello, this is Lorraine, and welcome to Healthy Living, Spirit, Soul, and Body. So today I am going to be talking about eating healthy. Okay, that's what healthy living is all about, right? Because you want to live, you want to take care of your body. Sometimes people have a hard time cooking without carbs, and they have a hard time cooking and enjoying their food without tons of butter or tons of cheese or tons of other unhealthy things. So really, one of the keys to eating healthy and cooking healthy is to start liking stuff that's healthy. It makes sense, right? So I would just suggest there's a lot of different ways to make your food delicious without adding things like a lot of butter and a lot of cheese. What I'm doing today is I'm cooking salmon. I found a really good recipe that kind of substitutes a few things, which is a good skill to learn how to do. And so I just wanted to start off. I am actually starting off with broccoli. Originally, I like to have salmon with cauliflower, like roasted in the oven, but guess what? At my supermarket, they didn't have any cauliflower this week. So I'm going to make some broccoli. So let me show you what I'm doing. So I've already gone and I've cut up my broccoli. You don't want to kind of overcook broccoli. You kind of want to still have it a little on the crunchy side. And what I've started here is I have about 3 cloves of garlic chopped up. You don't have to mince it. Chopping is fine. And I'm going to grab some olive oil and I'm going to saute it. So at this point, I have the garlic basically cooking for maybe a minute or two. You don't want it to cook for too long because then it burns and it kind of gets a little on the bitter side. So we got that. I like to use a wooden spoon when I'm cooking. So now that it's getting a little on the hot side, whoops, I'm going to add my broccoli. So after you saute it a little bit, you stir it up and get the olive oil basically coating the broccoli. You're going to let it sit there for about a minute. Cover it so it kind of steams a little bit. I have it on medium heat, so that should be good. After about a minute, what we're going to do is we're going to stir it up again and we're going to add a little bit of water. I like to do that. I've discovered that it kind of helps it cook a little bit faster and it kind of steams it at the same time. So now I'm going to add a little bit of water. I have a little thing here that's basically a tablespoon measurement. It's amazing. But anyway, I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of water. And then I'm going to stir it up again. And let it cook for about another minute, maybe even 2 minutes. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit, maybe another tablespoon of olive oil, then mix it up, and basically then it is done. Very delicious and very tasty. You can't go wrong with olive oil and garlic in basically anything you cook. So here I am, the broccoli is done, and I'm going to try some out. There it is. Oh, so good. And it's hopefully going to be a little crispy because I think it is. I don't think I overcooked it, so let's see. It's still crispy, thank goodness. It's slightly overcooked, so I will be careful when I reheat this that I don't overcook it. Okay, so that's part 1 of my meal. Okay, so now I am ready to start cooking my salmon. And the first thing I have is a bunch of different spices that I'm going to put all together, and I'm going to kind of spread it on top of the salmon. So it's basically a teaspoon of each one of these spices. So let me show you. Whoops, sorry. So we have paprika, we have onion powder, garlic powder, pepper, salt, parsley, thyme, and onion powder. Onion powder. And basically a teaspoon of each except for the salt and the pepper. And we're going to put that all together and we're going to spread it on top of the salmon. done cooking the salmon, you take the salmon out of the pan, and then you add a teaspoon of chicken broth, like powdered chicken broth, and about a tablespoon of minced garlic, and you stir that around. And then normally you would add more butter, but we're not going to do that. We add a little bit of, I think it was 4 tablespoons of chicken broth. Basically, you can add a little bit more powder and just add some water to that. Stir it up. Put the salmon back in, coat the salmon, and basically it's done. So here is the finished product. My salmon, I think I cooked a little too fast and it got a little too crispy, but you know what? It may taste even better. So here we go. Let's have some of my salmon. And actually I have tried it and it actually is really good. It's not really burnt. So here we go. Pretty tasty. And some broccoli. Wonderful. It wasn't dried out, it was delicious. And the spices, all those spices mixed together were perfect. And it kind of like made it a little crispy on the top. I thought it was wonderful. So if you want to maybe take the recipe and use it, I mean, go for it. It was very good. Healthy living, spirit, soul, and body. Thanks for visiting my channel. Bye-bye.